So we in the Council of Environment saw that 400,000 tons of newspapers and magazines were going into brownfield. That means they're just killing our children. And we said we should engage the business community with the likes of Time Warner and so forth. Many of you probably saw this ad.
Every year in New York City, we throw away 400,000 tons of magazines, catalogs, and other types of paper that could have been recycled. That's enough to fill the Empire State Building. But you can make a difference. Just drop your old magazines and catalogs in the green bin, along with the rest of your paper recycling. It's that easy. To learn more, call 311 or go online to nyc.gov. Recycle paper. It's your city.
The fact that we got an ad in all the New York City taxis and on TV and paid for by Time Warner, that wasn't the accomplishment. The accomplishment was we engaged in an effort to accomplish something, and we measured the effort. And how did we do it? Those green bins, we know what we collected 6 months after this ad went up. We collected 80,000 tons. That means we reduced the brownfield consumption of those kind of newspapers and magazines by a quarter. That is an accomplishment, and we measured what we set out to do. And if you're a small business just changing your light bulbs, speak to someone upstairs from National Grid, Con Ed, and the light bulb folks, and ask them, or speak to a consultant, of which there are many, and you're going to hear from one on this panel, and ask them, how do I audit my carbon imprint? What can I do? What's in it for me? Is there an economic benefit? And what is the measurement effect that I can do? The other point is be honest about your ignorance and let it evolve. So we set out to build a cafe on the Upper East Side. My wife and I felt particularly crazy in this economy to open a new restaurant. I don't recommend it. And we said we've got to do it in a green way. So we're going to collect the oil and convert it to biodiesel. But we didn't know what we were doing. Sure, I'm the vice chairman of Council of Environment, but that didn't give me any information. So the first thing I did was I Googled the Green Restaurant Association. I Googled green restaurant, and I got something called the Green Restaurant Association. It wasn't particularly helpful. But I was honest about my ignorance, so I invited other restaurateurs. And now we've started a groundswell in New York of other restaurants that are learning how to buy local, be energy efficient, build from recycled material as we did, and by the way, a beautiful result. That place is built from steel that was discarded in the shipyard. We're in the shipping business as well, and post-consumer recycled material. And we're getting great press. Not necessarily about being green, but we're a romantic and terrific place. So we had a broader agenda. But we didn't get the right information. So we went to this restaurant association, and they told us about this eco-tainer that tells you as a paper cup that's 5 times the price of all other paper cups, that it's seeking to make a difference 1 cup at a time. Oh, how inspiring. I'm going to pay 5 times the price of a paper cup that makes a difference one cup at a time. The next sentence on that cup is that it's made from renewable resources. What is a tree? All paper is made from renewable resources. And so far down on fine print, it indicates that it's 100% compostable. New York City doesn't compost. So if I sell a yuppie a cup of coffee on the Upper East Side of Manhattan at that wine bar, in that cup, I'm not only doing bad business in my view, because I'm paying 5 times the price of all other paper cups, but I'm completely not helping the environment, because if you put that in your trash, it's not going to break down. And the amount of resources on the internet are confusing, and that's why you come here and you ask these folks on this panel, what can I do? Because if you do green events or green food, you get things like this.
How to host a green event. Hello and welcome to Video Jug. Everyone loves a party, and just because you decide to go green doesn't mean you need to cut back on a good time. Green events mean a healthier planet, better food, and money saved. Follow these simple steps and find out how you can green your gathering. You will need compostable plates, cloth napkins, plastic utensils, organic wine, organic food, and a gas grill.
A gas grill? That's not from Saturday Night Live. That's from the internet. This is a complicated thing, and there are free resources, not only on the internet, that are available today. WasteWise is a good program. They're upstairs. Ask them about it. But the consultants on this panel will talk to you a little bit about this sort of thing. in my little business, we wanted to engage the green effort. I told you how we did it on a cafe. I don't want to take more time. I'll just tell you how we do it in 2 big old boats that are diesel boats. So we're putting biodiesel fuel in them, right? Diesel, the guy who invented the diesel engine, he produced the diesel engine at the Paris World Fair 90 years ago. Guess what ran that engine? The actual diesel engine that runs the whole world, peanut oil. So in my ugly boat, I shouldn't say ugly, my wife's here, not allowed to say that, they're beautiful. They run on, in part, biodiesel fuel from Tri-State Biodiesel. And Tri-State Biodiesel runs the trucks that Fresh Direct runs on. When you order from Fresh Direct, you're not consuming carbon or putting carbon into the environment when that truck comes to your house. And it's collected from restaurant oil, used restaurant oil, so we're not taking anything out of the food supply. And so today, when you're thinking about going green, think about the low-hanging fruit. The mouse is not working. Think about the low-hanging fruit and things that you can do that are easy. And hopefully, if we do this right today, this bulb will save you money or get your business money and goodwill with your consumers. So thank you all very much. We look forward to speaking to you more. Today we have Erica. We're going to do it in Erica Jamila, who was at a economic roundtable in Washington on Monday, terrific person, and Robbie, and they're going to introduce themselves and do some brief presentations, and we'll have some Q&A. Thank you.